Hi there, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna create these low poly colored pencils with box in Blender. It's a beginner tutorial, so if you're new in Blender world, it's completely fit for you. So let's get in the Blender. Press A to select everything and X to delete all of them. Then let's bring a circle by pressing Shift A, and from the Mesh tab you can find the circle and you'll see a little menu here. If you open it, you can change the amount of vertices. It's 32 by default, but we're gonna change it to 6 for our pencils. And as you see, it's changed to 6 vertices here. And press R and X to rotate in X-axis, and you can type 90 on the numpad to rotate 90 degrees in the X-axis, and press Tab to go to edit mode and E to extrude it, and you can press Y to snap it to Y-axis, and we can extrude it only in Y-axis. And let's extrude it to somewhere like this, or maybe we can push it a little bit backwards. Something like this is good. And with these vertices selected, press F to fill it and I to inset it. It's for the bottom part of the pencil. Then come back to this side and select the vertices here and press E to extrude them, and again press Y to snap it to Y-axis, and press F again to fill it and S to scale it and scale it down to somewhere like this. And we can push it a little bit farther. I like it. And let's add a loop cut by pressing Ctrl R and bring it to somewhere like here. And press Tab again to go to object mode, and we can add a bevel modifier. Let's add it and change the segments to 2, and we can increase the amount to somewhere like this. It's good. The modeling part of the pencil is done. As easy as possible. It's so quick and so fast. Let's go to the shading tab to give it a texture, and let me enable the screencast keys here as well. Then select the pencil and click on new here to give it a new material. I'm gonna call it color, then change the base color to something like this maybe. We're gonna change it later. And come to the material properties from this part and click on this plus icon here and click on new to add a new material. And I'm gonna call it wood because it's going to be wooden part of our pencil. Then with the pencil selected, press Tab to go to edit mode and come to the face select mode. Select it from here, or you can just press 3 to go to face select mode and hold Alt and select this loop cut and come back to this part. Hold Shift Alt and select this loop cut from the back side of the pencil and click on Assign to assign the new material to these parts. Then you can press Tab again to go to object mode, and you can change the color to something like this, a yellowish color. You can leave it at this point as simple as possible. We gave it a diffuse color, but I'm gonna give it a little bit details. Let's add a color ramp and bring it here. And let's copy the color. You can copy it by hovering the mouse on it and press Ctrl C. Then select this white color and hover on it and press Ctrl V to paste the color here. And you can easily connect the color to the base color. And let's add a noise texture node and connect the color to the factor. Then select this black color and change its color to a brownish color, something like this. And we can play with the scale. Let's increase it. And maybe we can add a little bit detail. And there you go. It will give us a great texture of wood here and also on the back side of the pencil. And we can change the color. I think it's too black. Let's make it a little bit whiter, and maybe we can add a bump node for more details. Search for bump node, and let's search for another color ramp node, and let's easily connect the normal to the normal and color to the height, because it will give the pencil some height. And let's connect the factor of the noise texture to the factor of the color ramp. And as you see, we have a strong texture here, but it's too strong. You'll need to decrease the number of strings here. I think something like this will work for us, and that's good. I think that's great. And maybe we can change the roughness or increase it. Somewhere like this is good. The pencil part is done, and let's duplicate it several times. I wanted 12 pencils in a pack. Then let's duplicate it. Press 7 to go to the front of the graphic view and zoom in a little bit. Then press Shift D to duplicate it and X to snap it to the X-axis, and bring it as near as possible to the first one, and click on OK. And then you can duplicate the last process by pressing Shift R. It will do the same process as you did for the last action here. And let's duplicate it 12 times. We have 3 of them, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I think they're a little bit short. Select all of them by pressing A and press Tab to go to edit mode. And let's go to the vertex select mode, or just press 1. And also you can enable the X-ray mode by pressing Alt Z, and we can see and select the invisible vertices. Select these ones and press G and Y to move it a little bit to backside, and press Tab again and Alt Z again to disable the X-ray mode. Their size is good now. Let's change the viewport to material view, and we have the pencils, but as you see, all of them are purple. We want to give them different colors. For doing that, come to the shading tab and select one of them. Then select the color material and click on this number here to create another material and not copying the other material. Then change the base color to anything you like, and do the same process for the other pencils. And now we have 12 pencils with different colors. Now let's add the box. Press Shift A and bring a cube. Then press Tab to go to edit mode, and press 3 to go to face select mode and select this face. Then bring it all the way up to here and select this face and bring it all the way up to here. Then, and about this one, bring it a little bit up to here and select the upper face, the top face, and X then faces to delete it, and we don't need it. Then we can give it a little bit thickness by adding a solidify modifier. Let's add it, and maybe we can increase the amount of thickness, and let's change the offset to 1. I think it's good now. Press 7 to go to front of the graphic view to see it properly, and I think it's good. Let's add a texture for that. Come back to shading tab and select it, and from here you can choose the previous textures. I'm going to use the wood texture for this one as well, but let's click on this number to create another new material for that. And we have some issue here. It scratches on the sides. We want to fix it, and you can fix it by adding a texture coordinate node. Bring it here and connect the object to the vector, and you'll see that it's fixed. And maybe we can play with the scale size. We can decrease it, and we can decrease the detail to somewhere like this. I think it's good now, and maybe we can change the color a little bit to somewhere like this. I think that's good now. And let's increase the roughness all the way to 1 for now, and come back to the layout tab and select it. Select this box and press Shift D to duplicate it, and press Tab to go to edit mode, and press A to select all of them, and press S to scale it a little bit, not so much, something like this. And also scale it on the Z axis. Press S and Z, and again scale it a little bit. Then press 2 to go to edge select mode and select these edges here, and press F to fill it, and then press 3 again to go to face select mode and select this face here, and press X, then faces to delete it, and press G and Y to bring it a little bit backward. And then let's add a hole here. Press Ctrl R to add a loop cut. And for now, let's disable the solidify modifier to see the segments easier. And let's add another loop cut here, something like this. And press Alt and select this whole loop here, and press G and Y to move it a little bit on the Y axis. I think this is good for us. And press Ctrl 1 and add another loop cut here. Then by Ctrl and B, let's bevel it a little bit to something like this. Then come back to the face select mode and select this face, then X and faces. And now we have a hole here, and you can see the pencils through it. So let's enable the solidify modifier and press Tab to go to object mode. And let's move it a little bit backward. I think it's good. And there we go. This is our box and pencils, and it's completely low poly and cartoony. And let's add a text for the box. Press Shift A and select the text here. It's somewhere here. I found it. And let's bring it a little bit upper, and press Tab and write anything you like. For example, I'm going to write colored pencils, and maybe my nickname, Chaakoraa. Then press Tab again to come back to object mode. And you see this setting here, it's for the text setting. And from this setting here, you can give it a depth, you can change the font, and you can do anything you like with your text. Let's add a little bit thickness from the geometry tab, and below the bevel part you can add a little bit depth, and if you zoom in you can see it properly. I think it's good. Yeah, it's good. Then from the paragraph tab you can change the alignment to center to somehow centralize it. We can scale it a little bit and press 7 to see it properly, and bring it here, scale it a little bit. And we need to change it 180 degrees. Press 180 to fix its amount properly. Then bring it down to somewhere like this. And let's add a material for this as well. I'm gonna give it a black material, and maybe we can increase the roughness. And there you go, we've created the pencils, the box, and also the text and gave them texture. I hope it would be helpful for you. If you want to learn new stuff in Blender, make sure to subscribe my channel and hit the bell in the case of not missing any new videos. And I'd be thankful if you support my channel by sharing this video with your friends and leave a comment below if it was helpful for you or not. Stay tuned, see you on the next video.